Good morning and welcome back to the woods, and in today's video I want to discuss 3 tools for a lawn. Now, quite a few people have asked me over the last few years what would my 10 items be. Well, to be honest with you, most of them are pretty standard and it depends on where you're going. But I think it's a lot more interesting to know what knife, axe, saw, multi-tool, what combination of tools you'll take. Season 9 of Alone is currently airing here in the UK. Now, I know it aired quite a while back in North America, and I actually do know this time who won. Now, I usually watch it. My pal downloads it and I watch it on stick, and this year I couldn't. So I'm watching it for the first time, every episode on TV. And they're in a boreal environment, and I'm pretty sure they're close to the sea as well. And it's the choices of tools I want to talk about, because I've been asked this question a lot: what tools would you take on a lawn? Well, I genuinely, there's 2 things I would definitely take. I would definitely take a saw, and that would probably be a Silky Katana Boy 600 or a flat blade Silky Big Boy medium teeth. It would be either one of them 2. Because basically, if you're going out cutting wood, you don't want to carry something huge with you. You may be tempted to leave it somewhere. You want to carry something portable, and also something with a flat blade so you can do some crafting with it. Now, the big Silky isn't particularly great for crafting. I'm sure you could rig something up so you took the material to it rather than it to the material. There'd be less chance of cutting yourself, and you could probably make more accurate cuts. So I'm going to leave it at that for the saw. Be one of them 2. I would 100% take a multi-tool. 100%, no messing. There's a good chance I would modify it in some way. I'd probably take a Leatherman Surge. So you could take the diamond horn / file off it and sharpen the blades with. So I think the Surge would be the one. It's got a good scissors. Scissors is definitely important. I don't know whether they'd let you take a saw blade and the diamond blade. They probably wouldn't. So I think I'd have to choose the diamond blade because I've already got the saw. Pliers. I think you all know where I'm going with this. If you've got a craft fishing equipment, snare things, the multi-tool is just brilliant. So yes, saw, multi-tool, definite. Now it's the other cutting tool for me is the problem. I think usually people take 3 cutting tools, maybe 4 to push. Now, I'm a big fan of the bushcraft knife, the utility size, but would I take one on a lawn? No, I don't know. This is the thing. I really haven't got a clue. I wouldn't go on a lawn anyway. It just looks miserable. I'm no hunter. I'm no fisherman. I know you can adapt, and I'm pretty good at adapting. I can make lots of stuff, and you learn quick when you're hungry. I know. So yeah, you learn to make things. So you can adapt. Would I take an axe, or would I take a big knife? This is the big question. I watch the programme and I do see people struggling with axes. Axes are great for splitting wood, but if you're in a fixed camp, you don't really need to split wood for your fires. You just burn it big. When you've got a fire going for any length of time, you can dry rounds out. So an axe for splitting, I don't really think it's that important. And it's not safe if you're in the shelter anyway, as season 2, I believe, proved when that lady put an axe in her hand. I could see that coming 3 miles off. I was watching it. We won't go into that, but anyway, that was just ridiculous. So a large knife can do chopping. It's safer to split with a baton in an enclosed space. And if you bought something with really good steel, with a super steel, then there's a good chance you wouldn't even need to sharpen it. as long as you were careful and you didn't go through any nails and old planks or things. So this is the dilemma. Would you take an axe or would you take a big knife? I just don't know. So this is why I'm doing this video now, because I want to start a discussion up. What do you guys think? I know plenty of you guys are experienced in the woods and in bushcraft and survival, and I want to hear your opinions. Now the other thing is, my pal Scott and I discussed this at length before, and I think it's in a video from about 2 years ago. He went on like a survival exercise thing for a week, about 3 years ago, and they were given Castrum Woodsman knives, Scandi grind, relatively fine, and he said by the second day, because it was this sort of environment they had to camp in and it was damp, they were splitting a lot of wood to get the fire going, their knives were blunt almost straight away. So it's not like playing in the woods, making feather sticks, enjoying yourself. You really rely on your blade. So Scandi knife, I think, would probably be out of the question. Feather sticks and shaving wood is just to light the fire. When you've got that fire going, don't let it go out. Or prep everything beforehand. So you make sure, right, as soon as your first fire's lit, you start drying things out, you start making tinders. You don't need to make feather sticks, you don't need to make lovely curls for the next 2-3 months you're there. You just don't need it. So, Scandi, no, I don't think I would. I really don't think I would. Point I'm getting at, he thinks that, well, his opinion is that you'd be better off with a carbon steel knife, 5-inch blade, utility sort of style, survival style, something you can actually sharpen on a rock. So if you do damage it, you can just put an edge on it with any old rock, because you're not given a sharpening stone. I said I'd rather have something convex grind, super steel, that does not get blunt. As long as you look after it, it stays sharp for a very long time. Who do you guys agree with, me or Scott? I think we've both got our points. I certainly can see his point. And with the carbon steel knife as well, you can get a spark off it. So if you can make char cloth somehow, and yes, you can make char cloth without a tin. If you think that you've got to have a tin, you haven't got to have a tin. Trust me, you can make it in a dry pile of leaves. You can carve a box out and make it. There's plenty of ways to make it. So just make sure you take a cotton t-shirt with you. Take the sleeves off. Yeah, so that's the dilemma. Would you take an axe or a big knife? Would you take a utility knife? Would you take a Scandi knife? Would you take a carbon knife? Would you take a super steel knife? Let me know in the comments, because I really don't know. I would lean towards, obviously, the saw, the multi-tool. And for me, I could probably get away with a nice 10-inch blade knife. And I think that would probably be my choice in 3V. Yeah. Right, so let the discussion begin. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your comments, I appreciate your views, and I also appreciate the thumbs up. Until the next time, ta-ra. Sorry if I've rambled a bit, but yeah, just sorry I rambled a bit. Or just take a huge cotton t-shirt. You're going to grow out of it, eh? Well, you're going to grow into it, if you know what I mean. Oh, and but somebody's saying, you grow up quick when you grow up poor. Nickelback. Yeah, it was in a song.